Hi, we're the Hunters. Cameron, Katie, Jack, Lucy, Grace, Lewis, Peter, and our golden doodle Ruby. Why are you mad?
Because we didn't want this much cereal.
I gave you too much cereal. Hi, Peter. Hello, good morning.
Nope.
Do chores all day?
Yeah, I want to.
We're gonna do school today.
Yes, I know. After you exercise, we're gonna do our high five, and then we're gonna start school, and then after the school, we'll do math for me, and then after school, I'll do more chores. We have a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah. It's great having kids help do chores, but then there's also that risk that they're gonna drop glass on the ground when they're emptying the dishwasher. So I'm sweeping that up right now, but another one bites the dust. But it's just a glass, right? My mantra a lot of the time is there are worse things. No one got hurt, no one got cut, so it's really okay. It's just a piece of glass. Hey, so it's our first official formal day back in school after summer. There's Jack. This is our little school corner. We've got all of our books. So that shelf is for library books and also books that go along with our theme or like our lessons right now. And then we have over there our school books, and the kids' school books are down there. And then we have other stuff. That's like our school corner. My kids have already done a high five. Jack, would you tell us what a high five is?
So it's where you do, so brush your teeth, do hair, make your bed, do chore, and get dressed. And then I have an extra one, which is eat breakfast, and then practice piano.
High five. You did your high five. Lewis, did you do your high five? Give me a high five.
Oh, and you have to do a chore.
Yep.
I did a chore.
You did a high five. Give me a high five. You swept the floor. Give me a high five.
I haven't done this over well.
Oh, well, I had to run the dishwasher. You can do your chore a little later. We also have our maps here up on the wall. And toys in that corner. We just do everything basically in this room. So we also just have our regular books. This is our schoolroom, playroom. We're excited to start. So everyone does their high five, and to start our school day, we usually do a devotional. It takes maybe 5-10 minutes. We usually read either scriptures or a story out of The Friend, which is like our church magazine. And we talk about it, and then we say a prayer, and we get started with our day. So I'll kind of show you a little bit of what we're doing today.
And by the way, this is Las Vegas. So.
Yep, we live in Las Vegas. So we're just gonna give you an idea, a little insight into what our days look like, and introduce you to our life, and hopefully you'll want to watch more later.
We're gonna do the timer. Is
Mom. Good.
we're gonna do
You're doing great.
Can you please not bug me, Grace? How much minutes? You're in my bubble.
Okay, keep going. Good. Just cross out the ones with the short vowel.
Pig. And movies. And how about there's a road? This is the way the airplane comes. How about there's a bridge? A bridge? Yeah, for the car. How can
Good.
we make the bridge?
Oh my goodness!
I flipped!
Wow. Yeah. Hey, what did we do with our friends today?
We went swimming.
Did you have a great time?
Yeah. Although when I was swimming, my brother Jack Well, the other boys weren't letting me in the hot tub, and then when I was swimming, I got scraped.
I'm so sorry. And Ruby came down and tried to steal your veggie straws and your popcorn. But it was in that plastic container, so she couldn't get it. Grace, did you have fun swimming? Did you make any new friends?
Yeah, I talked to the tortoise.
The tortoise?
Yeah, and I touched him.
Yeah, we gotta touch him.
Yeah.
So fun.
I touched his shell.
All right. We got all of our homeschool done today that we were going to do. A lot of today was assessments, like just seeing where they're at. When we're finished with the course, then we can evaluate how she's improved, which is super fun. It's fun to measure that. I did that for Jack too. Did a little one-page thing for Grace. And normally I'm like pretty relaxed and like don't care exactly how long it takes us, but we were invited to a not back to school pool party with our friends, other homeschool friends, which was super fun. I'm really grateful to my friend who invited us, because it was just like so good to connect with other moms that are homeschooling and to not necessarily feel so alone. I am an extrovert. I thrive on social interaction and talking to people, other women, other moms, just people in general. I love it so much, and it fuels me. It like fulfills me, and it just like, it fills my cup, and I feel like I can keep going. And I feel like probably one of the greatest challenges of homeschooling last year, which was my first year of homeschooling, was that factor of I felt like I was an extrovert living an introvert's life, because I was at my house with my kids all day, every day, and there aren't a ton of homeschool families. And so finding a good dynamic with other people was kind of hard to navigate, because their kids are in school all day, and so when we want to play, other kids are in school, or when we anyway, so that's kind of an interesting thing to navigate, and I want to talk more in detail about that later. But it was just so refreshing to go to this little pool party with a few other families, and to have my kids connect with other kids and play, and to connect with other moms and just kind of see what they're doing, their experience with homeschool so far. I mean, it was really like, let's be honest, when you go to a pool party with a bajillion kids, there's like, it's kind of like talking to a person with Tourette's, because you're like in the moment, and then you're like, wait, don't jump off that wall, and then you get back in the moment, and then you're like, oh, you have a poopy diaper. So you have to like navigate all of that. But it was really fun to connect with them. So we did that, and we got home. I put Lewis, my 2-year-old, to bed, and Peter, the baby, to bed. And Lucy and Jack, we did a math lesson, which, because we use the Good and the Beautiful curriculum, a lot of the beginning of the math is the same, where you review the calendar, you sing the months of the year song. So we did that together, and then we did their separate lessons. And Lucy was working on one, like her work page, while I was working with Jack on his assignments. And so that was that's a cool thing too, that I like, that I can like work with my kids together in doing stuff like that. So that's kind of our day so far. I'm eating some green beans by myself in the kitchen. I have also had a couple of cookies, and I did make some vegan brownies that were pretty good. So I ate those too. I didn't feel so bad about those, because they're like filled with black beans, so it's fine. It's cool. So there's like our first day of homeschool back, and it's good to remember, like, I went to bed last night with like this vision of what's gonna happen today, and it never goes that way, ever. Does life ever go that way? You always have a vision of how your life is gonna go, and it never goes that way, but there's so much beauty in what it actually is. And I think that that's probably the biggest lesson that I have learned, and I'm learning as a parent, is that, and just as a human being, the older I get, the more I realize, like, life does not turn out how you expect, but it turns out pretty great regardless, because the Lord is steering the ship and he knows where it should go. So it'll take us a few days, I think, maybe even a couple weeks, to find our good rhythm with homeschool, figure out like a good, like, you find your stride, and I'm waiting for that. Hey, Lou. So we'll find that, and it'll be great. What are you eating, Liz?
Green beans.
I feel like anytime my kids ask me for a vegetable, I'm like, I'm killing it. I'm doing so good at this parenting thing.
Mom, remember we can have veggie
Oh,
straws?
parenting fail right here. Oh, parenting win.
Hey, Mom.